up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. Here's the former Sooner, Austin Seibert, to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop. Coach, thanks. CA Sports covers us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield flushed out right and incomplete to open things up.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch out. Alert, 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 alert. Watch out.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Run.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Set. 180.
Mike 57. Here we go, G. Here I come. Here I come.
Jim. Hey, 133.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
57. Mike 57. 3 bud, 3 bud, 3 bud. 57.
Here's Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Mike 57. 57's Mike. Crunch time, defense.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Jackson now being chased out left. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Myles Garrett, his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Browns drive about to get started. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hurry! What's that?
Throwing. Mayfield eluding the pressure right. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Regular. What's that? 57's the mic. Watch 57. Coming. What's that?
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield is going to float this over the middle deep. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. That's a 49-yard punt, 8, though, on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, D.
Taylor. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Taylor. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. They'll come up now with the clock showing 3 seconds to go here in the first. 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Flush to his, and he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson throwing on 3rd and long. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb, and he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Recon, 132 fighter.
57 to Mike. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike. Quit talking about it.
From the gun, Mayfield. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, it brings me right out of my seat.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half in some of these shorter gains.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
You're looking there, the defensive back was maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Got a man, it's Brown. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson steps away to his left. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
You can't block me.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
51 to Mike. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51.
Hey, alert!
Mike 51. Mike 51.
Now Mayfield. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on 3rd.
King.
57. Mike 57. I got you.
Done. 57's the mark. 57. I got it.
Mayfield to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. He was looking for Daniels that time.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
On first down, Taylor. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
From the 29, Jackson. His throw caught right around the 6. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They've got a first and goal just inside the 5. Now Taylor. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
The line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 1. Brings up second and goal at the 5.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. And we remind you that coming up at halftime we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. On second down now. It's Taylor, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. How about this Browns defense they've held so far? This is now third and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Let's think here. You're still just in the second quarter. You taking the 3 points?
I am taking the 3 points, and I'm just relying on my defense here. Show me I have a little confidence in them, and let the offense know, nice drive. Come back next time. We'll go get 6 then, but for now, we'll take the 3.
Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
Run. 57 to Mike.
To throw, Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
Hey, 180. 57. Check tight, check tight. Point it right, point it right, point it right. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Hey, Steve 6. 57. Mike.
Throwing on second down. Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 21. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Hey, Charlie.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Mike's 57.
First down, Mayfield. Got an open man, it's Ratley. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield, eluding the pressure right. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
So it's first and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
57's the Mike. 57's the Mike. Hey, time.
And again, it's Mayfield. Flush to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Daniels that time, but it'll be second and goal. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal.
Let's go. We got this. Up. 57's the Mike.
Mayfield with it once more. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Seibert's kick is good. And that will knot things up here late in the first half. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. Nope. Guaranteed the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Here we go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Play action. It's Jackson rolling to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On second down, it's Taylor. Oh, and now he bowls him over. He digs him partway out of the hole that they're in. It's an 8-yard gain, and it makes it 3rd and 12. On third down, Jackson. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Brian Bonnie Calhoun. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Mike's 57. Hey, exit. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. 57. 57.
Mayfield now from the 50.
Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
To throw again on second down. Mayfield. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Hey, 133.
From the 24, Mayfield forced out to his left. He'll run it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Mayfield. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And the return will stop him well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made it.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 85 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Mayfield down. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Hey, wahoo! 57's the mic. Here we go, let's bring it. What's that? Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
On third down, Mayfield escaping the pressure right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
This is taken at about the 14. Oh, and he's taken down here by his face mask by the looks of it. And a penalty flag is going to give a much better starting position. So after the face mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now. Taylor. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Jackson going to get this out to Brown. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They run with Taylor, and he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. From the 38, Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 15-yard line. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the fourth. They'll run on first down. Taylor. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7. Leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Taylor. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. Now a give right side. It's Taylor. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. Here's Taylor. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. On second down now, Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now it's Jackson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Hey, alert 33. Cut. My cut.
They run it again with Chubb, and they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
King. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. He finds Beckham complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. Mayfield eluding the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Run, run, run. 57's Mike. Who that? Who that?
57's the Mike. 57's the Mike.
Mayfield looks to throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
57's the Mike. 57's the Mike.
All day, dog.
57. Mike, 57.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Mike, 54.
We own it. We own it.
The give to Taylor. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
They'll run with Taylor. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning.
Check.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
25, check 25, check 25.
6 gone, check 6 gone. Pop up, pop up.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw is Jackson. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. It's first and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. Now we give to Taylor. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away as the Ravens push further out in front.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has...
And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Real.
Here's Mayfield. Dancing to his left. Open man is Samuel, complete. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off at the 45. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.